Evening all, call me Dave. How are we all going? I'm dreaming of a shite Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. No one's got any money and the government just ain't funny and no one's gonna get no friggin' snow. Oh, Christ. I said to the missus, you fancy a good Rogering? She said, well, I wouldn't mind. She said, I'm a bit hungry though first. I said, well, why don't you put this in your gob? It's only 25 calories. She said, no, I fancy some real food. I'm hungry. I'll get a McDonald's, that's quick. I said, I hope you're not going to be quick later on, you know what I mean? I said, I don't think you should get a McDonald's, I think you should get a Burger King. She said, why? I said, you said you'd have a nice Whopper, didn't you? Have a nice wash. You don't want any cheese on it. What is wrong with this computer today, Are you all set for Christmas? Your beard's ready to dress up as Santa Claus and scare the kids? I thought so. We'll have to wait and see. Will it snow? Won't it snow? We'll never know. The missus went to see the gynaecologist the other day. She went in, as you do. God, your knickers off. You know, legs in their stirrups. Her doctor took one look. He pulled back in shock. He went, Mrs. Smith, what have you done with your arsehole? So I dropped him off at the pub on the way here. You know, Hitler, his girlfriend Ava Braun was really hairy. You know, he used to tease her, you know, about her pits. I called my mate. I said, you want to get yourself a woman? Even Hitler had a girlfriend. You're literally less desirable than Hitler. And Ava Braun managed to escape after the war. She went off and started a shaving company. Ava Braun. Although that didn't catch on because they were still hairy to a few years back. Remember when you had to call in work and you have to go, I'm sick, I can't come in. You don't have to do that anymore. You could just text. Coming out of both ends. Won't be in for 48 hours. Send. They're a bit short on the wards at the moment though. They got a midget on there. Mexican one. Consuelo, we call her. She's so short, she'd have to go up on you. She's a cage fighter. Got locked in when she was cleaning the fucking guinea pig out. We bought her a book, How to Make Yourself Taller. She stood on it. She's a cleaner on the other ward. The fucking high dusting's not done, but the skirting boards are fucking spotless, I'm telling you. They messed her pay up as well. She said she was a little short that month. Left feeling a bit low after that. We took her out on a night out and she smoked. She smoked a whole bag of weed and she still couldn't get high. I've got to stop these jokes. I've reached the new low. Remember when you were young? You only ever had some jollop or some pills when you were ill. Now everybody's on 5 pills and they're still fucking sick. Is that a joke or what? Anyway, I went to see the doctor the other day. I got some sleeping tablets and that said, warning, this might make you feel drowsy. I said, I fucking hope so. In sleeping tablets. I got some cough mixture for a cough, you know. Warning, this may change the colour of your stool. I sat down, I'd shit on my wooden seat. You know what I mean? Oh, Christ. Bought a pack of dry roasted in the pub. Warning, this may contain nuts. If they don't, I'm going to get my money back. There was a pub quiz in there the other night, and the question was, what is an ottoman? And apparently a Swedish porn star wasn't the fucking right answer. I thought they said mutton, man. Speaking to the missus, I said, what would you like for Christmas? She said, I'd like to see the world. And I thought, right, Christmas morning, I'm going to get her an Atlas or Google Earth Pro. Sorted. The other day, my boss called me in the office. He went, thought, fuck, I'm in the shit here. He said, do you know you have supervision? I was like, thanks. My eyes have always been pretty good, you know. Cheers, boss. Yeah. That's it. No harm done. Oh, I'm walking funny today. Cool. I feel a bit run down. I woke up this morning and I had these tyre marks across my chest. You know? A couple of Dunlop treads. Holy cow. I better not call her that openly. Come from that rare breed farm up near Norfolk. Norfolk rare breed. My friend phoned in to work the other day, had diarrhoea. I answered the phone. Dave, you alright? I said, I can't come in, I got the trots. He said, I could shit through the eye of a needle. I was like, who the hell come up with that saying? He pictured the scene. Fucking hell, I got bad guts. Pass me the sewing kit there, will you? I went to see the doctor, so they keep getting pains in me bollocks, doc. He said, show me your sex organs. I went, well, I'm getting a bit older now, as you can tell. I was going to get a facelift. Like, I thought, what about if the one underneath is uglier than the one I've already got? Be worse off, you know. That's why I wear a mask in the first place. Scared the hell out of myself if I walk past the mirror. I tried to look tired this morning. Last night I tried to beat me 4-hour non-stop shagging record. I only failed by 3 hours, 59 minutes and 44 seconds. I was having a cup of tea this morning with the 2 lumps. Her and a friend. And he said, you don't seem yourself today. I said, who the fuck do I seem like then? Brad Pitt? Must be this new aftershave I got on. And she said, is that the new Brad Pitt fragrance? I said, nah, that's his cousin Cess. Fucking cesspit. My doctor fucking hates me. She just keeps saying I should be dead. You know? I was struck by lightning a while back. Not a joke, true story. And I'm pretty good considering. She come to the house the other day for a visit. I had to get up early. I spent 2 hours taking the fucking welcome letters off the doormat. I was on pills for months. I felt like fucking Keith Moon. I kept saying to the doctor that they do me in. Every time I ejaculate, I piss myself. She said, bloody hell. I bet you don't know if you're coming or going, do you? Cheeky cow. Now I'm off and I feel pretty good. And she said, make sure you're getting 5 a day. They say nothing about fruit and veg. I'm knackered. And then I tried to clean up my act. Last Tuesday I gave up drinking, smoking and shagging women. That was the worst 20 minutes I've ever had. Let me tell you. I bumped into me ex-missus the other day. Nosy, she could eat fucking spaghetti bolognese for a Venetian blind, that woman. I nearly got her, ran her down and nearly got her as well. She hadn't run up the fucking escalator. My friend was selling his house and she come to view it. And she said, do you mind if I look round? I said, you look round at me, fatty. You know what I mean? I was being romantic the other night. I said, how would you like a long romantic walk in the moonlight, darling? She said, yeah, sounds good. I said, good, it's your turn to take the fucking dog for a walk. Another cheeky bastard. I was in the pub. This woman come over, she said, hey, handsome, you don't half look like John Travolta. I said, fuck off, this is fat, not grease. So I went to the gym after that, trying to look good, you know, look good without lifting them big heavy bars. I lost 23 pounds first day, membership fee. I put on a bit of weight. I sat on the rowing machine and it sunk. I bought my little girl an asylum seeker doll for Christmas. She wind it up, jumps on the back of the train just as it goes through the tunnel. Got the other little girl, divorced Barbie. Comes with all of Ken's fucking accessories. What's the difference between an asylum seeker and E.T.? After a little while, E.T. wants to go home, doesn't he? My friend was watching Star Wars with his son. He says, Daddy, I wish I could have been shot into space. He said, if I hadn't been pissed, you would have been. A little while back, I went to China. That's a massive country. I was with a tour guide, because obviously, you know, help you out. And he wandered off. And I shouted, hey you! And half the fucking street turned round. And when he shouted, who, me? The other fucking half turned round. I met this woman at a nightclub. She's really nice to me. Had to be careful when you meet a woman in a nightclub. She said, how would you like to be the father of my children? I said, fucking would I? I woke up in the morning, she'd fucked off and left me with 2 kids. When I was young, my parents didn't have much money. My bath toys was an extension lead and a fucking blowtorch. We struggled for money. I mean, if I hadn't been a boy, I'd have had nothing to play with. One Christmas, my mum got me a rattle. There's a fucking snake on the other end. Well, I achieved something today. It's taken me 5 years, but I finished my first book. I might start reading another one tomorrow. I was at Nando's the other day. I was sat for fucking ages waiting for my chicken. I got chatting to the waitress. I said, how long do you work there, love? She said, oh, about 2 weeks. I said, well, you didn't take me fucking order then. I ordered chicken and eggs just to see which came first. They came at the same time. My friend's got 8 brothers and 6 sisters. His father worked for British Rails. I think it had some sort of effect on him, not pulling out on time. He couldn't remember half of his brothers and sisters' names. There was only 3 TV channels. No video, no computers back then. I don't know what they did in the evenings for fun. And his 8 brothers and 6 sisters didn't seem to know either. Do you know what I mean? I bet that was a bit of, It's in the adverts on the TV these days. New Cravendale, as pure as a place it came from. A cow's tit. I pictured all these monks sitting there in white robes worshipping a cow's tit. Jesus. We spend all that money at Christmas, billions of pounds on a man in a fucking red suit. I thought it was about a little baby. Jesus, some wet towels and a plunger worshipping would be more realistic. Anyway, I got the missus a lovely silver necklace with a heart on it. Solid, none of that rubbish. I better be, as a geezer in the pound shops ripped me off. So, how do these parents afford all this stuff? PlayStation 5 is 500 quid. Where'd you have to get that from on the advert? 499. I don't know what fucking 99 is. Is that 99? Jesus. My mate asked his missus what she want for Christmas. She said, go on, smother me with diamonds. He said, well, I can't afford diamonds, so I'm going to have to fucking smother her. Do you know what I mean? I broke down in my car the other day on the motorway. Cost me 150 quid to be towed to the services. I got me money's worth, had me fucking foot on the brake. That night I got myself into a compromising situation. I ended up in bed with a lesbian. You know how we met? We were both sleeping with the same fucking woman. I watched Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. No, it isn't. Real life is like oral sex. One slip of the tongue, you're in the shit. I stayed in a hotel recently. They only had a spare room. And I got there, the receptionist gave me a big bulb. She said, that's a bit cold up there. Have a bigger bulb. I went up in the lift. The missus said, I like the big mirror, but the bedroom's tiny. I said, we're in the lift. And I opened the door and the knob knocked off the bed. Bloody hell. You couldn't make it up. Got new neighbours. Kicked the ball over the fence. They're Cantonese. Had to go get the fucking dog back. And that made me think. I went to a Thai restaurant once. I had dog and chips. Afterwards, I sat there looking at all the bones on the plate. And I thought, the fucking dog would have loved them. My friend just got arrested for child trafficking. He's a lollipop man. I once had a girlfriend who was a midget. The sex was amazing, but I had no one to talk to. Down here. I was in a bar the other night. I looked over the room. I saw this lovely young lady sat on her own. I went over and said, hi, would you like a drink? What's your name? She said, fuck off. I said, oh, you're from Russia, are you? But you could tell me some stories. I had a very stressful journey to work yesterday. The whole way this lorry driver was right up my arse. But it was nice of him to give me a lift. My mate was addicted to sex. He had a small part in a porn film recently. So that's why I don't want him back. He should have had a big part. And the other day my uncle was found dead. Sadly, my uncle was found dead recently. With a belt round his neck and a fucking dildo up his arse. Serious. At the funeral, the vicar said, we'll all remember him for his charity work. It's fucking wrong. In Suffolk, the marriage guidance is called Relate. In Norfolk, that's called Related. Like you would relate to that. I was driving down the old motorway the other day, and I was pulled over by a policeman. He said, you didn't stop. Didn't you see the blue flashing lights behind you, dickhead? I said, I did, but me ex ran away with a policeman 5 years ago. I thought you were fucking bringing her back. He said, give me your name. I said, have it. I hate it. Well, what am I going to fucking use? My friend's son used to bugger off to his room every night and sit playing on the Xbox. Once he got to age 14, he discovered some other boxers he could play with on his bed as well. Dirty little git. Me and my friends were going to see a show and we were going to pick who was going to drive. So we decided to toss over it. I won the toss, but I didn't win the coin flip. So I had a bit of trouble the other day. I had to take the missus to hospital because she had a big open gash on her front. Her doctor said she's always had one, but when did it get that big? My friend asked me if I was going to be a stand-up comedian. And I said, yeah. Well, get off this fucking chair. I've been a sit-down comedian for God knows how long. Yeah, new mic, bit of software. Works wonders. Should probably get a sign on the back saying idiot stood here. Yeah, I'm not a comedian, I'm just doing it for a laugh. I'm sure you know what I mean. Anyway, Christmas is coming and everyone will be getting fat. So, I went to see Father Christmas last night. Kids are suspicious. Like, where are the reindeer? Who's being pulled by a fucking Range Rover? And they were taking money off everyone. So the little boy said, isn't Santa supposed to give us gifts? 500 quid for a PlayStation. And the adverts on the TV. I tell you. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. They've been singing that for about 2 months. And last year I got bought some lovely aftershave. And I put it on and I went out to a club. I was dancing with this lady in the club, as you do, you know. And she said, God, that smells nice. What's that? I said, it's a new fragrance. She said, new fragrance? I said, yeah, got it for Christmas. She said, it's called Come to Me. She said, it doesn't smell like Come to Me. I love being mobile. I love moving around. Do you want to see my cock? It's just a lovely one. Just for nostalgia purposes, the old hairy beaver. I love a hairy beaver. Until the next video, have a good evening. See you all. Lovely jubbly.